Hey, hey, hey! This is Greg Peloquin, aka G Pelly.
Yeah, you confused me there for a second. And joined by Joe Naseef, aka JoJo.
You're like, I don't know no Greg Peloquin. Alright, so looks like we have some Rakdos Aggro and Rakdos Aggro, Alex Steinfeld and Jake Westoff battling it out with the Red-Black Guild.
Yeah, Alex is no stranger to this. He's top 16 SVG with this pretty much exact list. I'm not sure if he's changed anything since, but he's been playing this for a while.
Yeah, he was playing for top 8 in the last one, and Jake Westoff is playing something that's fairly close to the event deck that the Rakdos event deck. Both these decks are based off the Rakdos event deck with some modifications.
Yeah, it looks like neither one of them had the usual explosive one-drop start, but there's the Guild Mage.
So the thing is, the event decks are actually this Rakdos event deck in particular is actually pretty good for standard right now.
Yeah.
You know, like the thing is, if you buy an event deck, if you're going to have a deck, you have a deck right out of the box that's competitive.
Yeah.
You may not win the whole thing, but at least you have a deck you can do well with. You can play and not just be completely crushed for everybody.
Yeah. Jake plays a Hellhole Flailer, which has made its way into actual standard metagame. Like it's been played in the Rakdos decks.
And actually, an old Northwest player by the name of Ian Kendall actually won the Standard Open at the Invitational in LA a couple weeks ago, playing a Rakdos deck that had Hellhole Flailer in it.
Yeah, he did. That's where I saw that from.
Right. And you better believe Ian honed his skills here at Northwest. Who's here, as a little kid at every Friday Night Magic that we gave him a hard time, but
Solid player. Brimstone takes care of Hellhole, and he crashes in for 2.
Yeah. So now Jake's gonna need something to stop the. Well, you don't want to block that Guild Mage because its ability is a -1/-1.
Yeah.
What we got here?
Another Flailer.
Okay. I keep expecting him to play Geralt's Messenger.
Yeah, when you tap into 3.
Yeah. The Rakdos event deck does not have a Geralt's Messenger in it.
No, it doesn't.
He does have a Stone Right. So that's kind of a neat little combo there with the Stone Right and the
Hellhole Flailer. Pump it up and then sack it.
Yeah, you get a little bit more value out of it that way.
Not bad at all.
Alright, so there's another Blood Crypt. Or first Blood Crypt of the match. It's not another. Just going to cast here. Probably something to clear out the 4/3. Oh, Ash Zealot.
And he's going to probably crash in for 4 here.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is a pure race here. And if you're Jake, you're not blocking.
No, there's nothing profitable for you to block here.
Yeah, this matchup is going to involve relatively little blocking and a whole lot of racing.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be blocking with the face a bunch, but that's about it.
I like how Alex attacked there, hoping maybe he could get him to block, not having to use his pillar.
Yeah, let him make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine play. And the race is still somewhat even, too.
Yeah, there's 4 power on both sides of the board.
Yeah. Alright, so there's drawing his card here and looking. So that's a couple Rakdos Shred Freaks.
Oh, and an Ash Zealot.
See attack. So it looks like we're getting a couple. It looks like we're coming in for 8 hasty.
Yeah, I mean that's
damage.
That's big game.
There's a Zealot and the Shred Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll put
turn it sideways.
That'll answer back.
Yeah. He's actually facing lethal right now. Because he can attack for 8 and sack the Hellhole Flailer for 4.
It's true.
So he has to...
He has Cavernous Souls, Pillar of Flame, 2 Knight of Infamy.
Yeah, so Alex has to put something out here, naming Human.
Yeah, it helps cash Ash Zealot, which is somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
And the Knights and the Guild Mages are all humans. So there's plenty of humans you can cast here. And Shred Freak is playing it. So there's Knight of Infamy.
There's the Knight. Probably the other Knight, I would assume.
Yeah, and then clear away probably the Ash Zealot with a.
Yeah.
I guess there's no reason to yet, but actually, yeah, there is. Could take some of the offense away. So now, boy, those 3 spells from Alex he unloads his hand, but he really puts himself right into the game here.
And he gets in for 4.
Yeah.
Leaving back the Shred Freak leaving back the Ash Zealot with first strike to take care of the Shred Freak if he comes in.
Right. So there's something like Flames of the Blood Hand would be really nice right now.
Oh yeah. So let's see what Jake draws.
Or Flames of the Firebrand.
Firebrand.
I said Blood Hand.
I knew what you meant. I don't know the names of most of the cards anyway.
No.
I make them up as I go.
Flames of the Blood Hand's an older card, but there's a smaller cousin is we'll look forward to in Gatecrash, and I'm sure these decks will adopt Skullcrack.
Oh my god.
That's quite a card.
Yeah, it is.
It's if you haven't seen it yet, it's 1 in a red. Does 3 to a player, and they can't gain life this turn. So that's a pretty powerful card.
That is.
Yeah, I'm sure these decks will be playing some number of them.
It's what they've been waiting for, like to get around Thragtusk, or that's a sweet Sphinx of Revelation you have there, bro.
And don't forget you'll see Skullcrack and many other cards of the Gatecrash pre-release coming up in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh well, I guess on the 26th of January. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, 26th of January. So you definitely want to make it to your local pre-release, and if you're in the Tacoma area, check out the Northwest Sports Cards pre-release.
Yeah, throw an awesome event.
Yeah, they're bringing back the big pre-releases.
Yeah, thank God. We needed them in this area.
Yeah, big pre-releases are awesome. Like, ever since the stores started picking them up, it got a little harder. So
looks like
we got smaller. But anyway, back to the match here. There's two Native with me blocking a Hellhole Flailer. Alex has decided he wants to sack it. He does not. Or Jake decided to sack it. He does not, which is, I agree.
Yeah,
it's the right play there.
Clear off the board.
Too bad he didn't have like an Incinerator or Searing Spear, something that just go for the 2 for 1. Or the old twofer, as we call it sometimes.
Twofer.
Or,
oh, there's another Hellhole Flailer.
Yeah, okay, so looks like Jake's a little bit behind in the race.
Yeah. Alex has that 1 card in hand. The one he just drew.
Correct.
Come on, what is it, Thundermaw Hellkite?
Yeah, you do get to draw 1 card every turn, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Usually. Unless you're playing the best color, then it's more than 1.
So he opts to come in for 4, and it connects, dropping Jake to 6.
No, you can't. Again, blocking with Shred Freak there is terrible because of Rick's Monty Guild Mage.
Right.
So he could. And
Stormcloak Noble for 3.
Looks like he also shoots Jake for 1 too.
Oh, okay.
With the Guild disability. That
makes sense.
So he's got 1 guy there. Now again, Alex has a huge life advantage here. So it looks like. I think you're stuck with the Hellhole Flailer here, don't you? Yeah,
come in with Hellhole Flailer, and actually 240. Yeah, you have to do something. I probably wouldn't have unleashed him because he was on the back foot.
Well, you can't block with him anyway.
You can't now.
Well, no, I mean like blocking Ashfield doesn't do anything, and blocking the Guildmage just gets it killed. So there's no good blocks with it anyway. You just could throw the Ashfield.
Yeah.
Level in front on the bus here. So now you really like that Guildmage the Guildmage definitely needs to die. Yeah. Like this Guildmage is giving Alex a big advantage right now.
Right. Like the Shred Freak is just going to die when it blocks, and he's going to hit for 2 and probably make him lose another life.
Yeah. So Jake's thinking about his options here. What's the plan? I can't see his hand real well from here. It looks like a swamp and something else. I can't tell.
Well, there's a swamp.
Another land, yeah. I don't know if the last card is. Probably not a removal spell, or he would cast it immediately. Oh, I guess it is.
4 Hellhole Flailer?
No, I think it's a Brimstone Volley.
Yeah, it has to be a...
So he's contemplating what to kill, but you have to just kill the Guild Mage.
You have to kill the Guild Mage, right?
Or he's thinking maybe go to the head, but I don't think even that's not going to play. Oh, he's going to the head, okay. I like killing the Guild Mage here.
Yeah, I think, you definitely kill the Guild Mage.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, he put him in a position where he can attack, it looks like.
So wait, what wasn't Alex at 12 a minute ago? So he should be at 7.
Should be at 7,
yeah.
So Alex is at 7. And
then comes the Mage. I think you have to just block with the Shred Freak, right?
I think so. Because if not, you're taking 4 going to 1. And I don't really see an added benefit of attacking back with the Shred Freak.
If Jake he can trump here. If he toss extra removal spell, he can get the Zealot off the board and then just kill him with the Flailer.
So it looks like Jake's thinking.
Yeah, so the Shred Freak can block here, attack with the Flailer. The Flailer eats the Zealot, and then he'll help survive the next turn and then just get him with the Flailer. That seems like your line if you're Jake here, so I think you block. Yep, and it's correct. Okay, now let's see what card Alex drew. We don't know. Okay, so it's obviously not a Brimstone Volley or a Searing Spear. Well, actually, it could be a Searing Spear, but it's obviously not a Brimstone Volley.
And so he has to block with Ash Zealot here if he comes in and there's no.
So he gets his Zealot off the board.
Yep.
And I think the plan is just hope to survive this turn.
Yeah.
And he's got he's got his own Reckless Guild Mage in play hand.
Oh wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chump blocker, which you want it for.
Right.
And now Jake's in a better position for the time being. Oh, Alex finds his own Hellhole Flailer.
That seems pretty good.
Good draw. The question is, do you unleash it?
No. No, you absolutely play it so that you can block with it.
Right. I think you're gonna. I guess that's the line you're gonna take.
He's behind right here.
Okay.
And he blocks, and he's gonna -1 it.
All right. So Guildmage down, and then he plays the Flailer, not unleashed.
Yeah.
It's a leashed Flailer. See, I might.
Would you have taken that too there?
I might have. But Jake's probably scared of a burn spell.
I mean, if he had the Searing Spear though, he would have played it. He would have.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have Brimstone Volley.
Right.
I think you can just play. I think you just take it there
and put yourself in a position to win, right?
That seems like the best play. Yeah, I think because you have to figure out what burn spells does he have and what wouldn't he have played earlier.
Right. So I mean, your can't block. You have to attack for 4. He's gonna block and trade with it. You have to let it trade. You can't let it live.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be pillared. He would have pillared earlier.
Right.
I don't think. Yeah, there's no rule spell you could have there that would just completely crush you.
Yeah. So he blocks.
And that's.
They're gonna die.
Now it's just the Guildmage.
I think Jake has Brimstone Volley.
See, what was important here now is if Jake still had his Rakdos Guildmage, that block is really bad for Alex. Instead of them trading, he'd still have his Guildmage here. Ah, there you go.
Brimstone Volley.
So
he puts him to 2.
Yeah, and again, I like picking off. I would have just picked off the Flailer there, wouldn't you?
Oh, like prior to attacking?
Yeah,
absolutely. And then hit him for 4. And then you still have a Flailer.
And then untap and kill him.
Yeah.
And that takes him to 1. He's not dead.
No, he attacks for 2 and then hits him for 3.
You can't. Because it costs red and the black against a Cowering. It doesn't
1,
actually
2.
kill.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so Jake would be at 1.
Yeah, Jake should be at 1.
Yeah, because of the Cowering. So it's like Jake's scooping prematurely there.
I think Alex might be explaining that to him right now.
Yeah, and that likely influenced some of Jake's blocks. So he thought that if the Guildmage connects, he's just dead. Yeah. So that probably influenced some of his blocks, and that little oversight from Jake, not realizing he couldn't activate it multiple times, led him to let him to block there or not block when he shouldn't, or block when he shouldn't prematurely.
Right. Yeah, I think that was Jake's game to win had he played it just a little bit differently.
Yeah, again, you gotta go back in your mind and consider what would he have played there. What could he have that he hasn't already played? It wouldn't blow me out already.
Right, and for a point there, Alex was in top deck mode, and you have to, sometimes it's put yourself in a position to win, and if he has it, he has it. But if he's drawn off the top of his library, he hasn't burned your guy, and he's attacking into your guys.
Yes,
you should be.
Also note, burn decks. A lot of these burn decks, Rakdos decks, are more aggressive, have more creatures.
Yeah.
So a lot of them they're playing like 8 to 10 burn spells.
Right.
As opposed to like 16-ish you see in some other burn decks over the years.
Yeah.
So the odds of him having it are lower too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. All right, so let's talk about sideboards a little bit. So what do you got Alex's over there?
Yeah, I got Jake's. You got Alex's.
Okay, so we've seen Alex's deck before. I think we've done a couple of feature matches with Alex here.
We have.
Yeah, and we know Alex has Volcanic Strength in his deck, which is fantastic in this matchup, because again, that's Enchanted Creature gets +2/+2 in Mountain Walk.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it looks like from what I see here, I think you just bring those in, just like you did last time. Just bring in those 3, and probably board out, like, slow things like maybe the Guildmage, split the Guildmage just straight away.
Yeah. Jake, on the other hand, he has array of cards. He has Brimstone Volley, which I would bring in. And then some other cards as options: Electrickery, Duress, Mizzium Mortars, Murder, Ultimate Price. Cards that I could see bringing in would be Brimstone Volley, Ultimate Price, and possibly, possibly a Mortars. I like Mizzium Mortars over Murders.
What about Duress? Get some burn spells out of this.
Like you said, they don't play too many of the burn spells. I think Duressing a Searing Spear is, if he's on the play, it might be okay on the draw, but being on the play, I think you want to just be going for damage instead of picking off cards out of your opponent's hand.
So use the fact that you're the first player to act each turn to your advantage and play more aggressive cards?
Yes.
I agree. That seems correct to me. Now, there's also Alex also has Zealous Conscripts and Traitorous Bloods. There's not a whole you could theoretically take control of like a flailer and throw it back at him, but that costs 7 mana. That's getting too. That's the danger of cool things, so to speak.
Neither one of these decks should end with 7 mana in play.
Yeah, exactly. And also, what I mean by the danger of cool things is that there's an article on Star City a while ago. I must say it was either Flores or Chapin, who might have been Chapin, who wrote it. And the point is, just because you can do something flashy and cool doesn't mean you should if it's not going to advance your game plan of winning.
Right.
So you can say, wouldn't it be like I fall victim to this sometimes myself. Just want to play cards just to show off and show how smart I am. And in this case, you especially these burn decks, you really want to be practical.
Yeah, you have to. It's not a lot of math, but you have to have your game plan. You have to stick to it. And the difference between Searing Spearing a guy and Searing Spearing to the head is a big difference in this game.
Yeah, just especially with these decks, don't get cute. Just get the job done.
Yeah.
Right, so Jake's going to be on the play here.
I like how they both have like the same exact sleeves.
Oh, yeah, they're sleeve twins.
Twinning.
No. Oh boy. That's supposed to be my job to make those kind of jokes. See, I told you it's infectious.
It is infectious.
It's about. Like I said before, it's like all my puns have in fact. You hear 10 of them and you lose at life.
Oh, it looks like Alex is shipping it back. So he's going to go down to 6. Jake kept his.
Yeah, I think Jake's there. Sitting up, arms folded. So he likes his starting 7.
Yeah.
Either that or he's just being casual and doesn't care. Could be one or the other.
Yeah, I think he likes his starting 7.
Yeah, usually when people are more relaxed, that means they're confident or they're strong.
Yeah, if your opponent, when you mulligan and your opponent keeps, if he continually looks at his hand, he might be trying to second guess his decision. But when they get real comfortable, put their hand down, they're comfortable with their hand.
Especially when they look at their hand and go, keep.
Keep.
Yeah, I go, oh boy. Yeah, it's sometimes like one of my favorites is like I know I'm keeping a hand I shouldn't. Like, oh, this hand's terrible. Keep.
Yeah.
I'm often punished for my transgressions, I'm afraid.
I mean, on the same note, I'll open up a hand of 7 that has no lands in it.
So I see. Sorry to interrupt there, but I see Cackler. I see a Cackler, 3 lands, 2 Night Events for me. It's not gonna get better than that.
I see a keep.
That's a keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying?
So, like, if I open up a hand of 7 cards and there's no lands in it, I'll contemplate for a little bit, just looking at my hand, just to make my opponents think that, I'm making sound decisions.
Well, you are making a sound decision.
Yeah, well, I know it's a snap decision, but,
right.
They don't know that.
They want you to think like you're slaving over it.
Yeah. So we got a penny representing the Unleash over there?
Yeah. I guess using those counters to represent Unleash makes sense.
Did you emphasize that one so I catch it?
Yes.
Oh, here comes an Ash Outlet. And
I guess it's up to me to coin these puns.
Oh man, I think we just took 3 life infect.
Yeah, basically. All right, so it's 2. Looks like Night of Infamy. Oh no, another Cackler. Okay, Gilgate, another Cackler. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we said that earlier. Like those Gilgates, that come into play tapped in an aggressive deck might seem like a deal breaker, but again, it's because this very reason that it's okay because you can play a 2/2 and a Gilgate, and then another 2/2 in turn 2 and be fine.
Yeah, and I mean that's what makes the deck good, and they have like the other decks that have adapted it with like Daragraph Ghoul and Gravecrawler.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the same idea.
Yeah.
So
I think Jake has a Stone Right in his hand there,
and I also see a Noble. I'm
okay with running both of them out there, putting Stone Right on the Ash Outlet with the first strike. That's where you want it.
Right, and you can do it later too if you want, but because we know Alex is taking 4 here.
Yeah.
Now, why not keep the Ash Outlet back to block to keep all those 2/2s away?
I think knowing his hand,
and he pairs them. Yep.
Yeah, I think he just wants to be the aggressor and flood the board and just keep dealing as much damage as possible. Those guys are just going to be turned sideways, and I don't think he's really worried about his life.
His hand is all lands and 2 Night of Infamy.
Yep. Night of Infamy comes down, and he should be crashing in for 4 here.
Yeah, Knight's going to be blocking. But it looks like Alex is on the back foot this time. So just pedal the metal. Everybody turning sideways is the way to go, I think.
And I'm not sure. The Knight, is he a human? Human Knight?
I believe so.
Yeah, so he can't be. He's not going to be blocking that Stormkirk noble. Or Stormkirk.
Yeah, that's true. Again, this would be another situation where Flames of the Firebrand would be fantastic.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if he just pumps up if he wanted to. He could hit for 8 here and just put his opponent in a bad position.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he would chump.
Ostensibly, Austin's going to block something with the knight.
Yeah, he would probably chump the Cackler or the Stone Right.
I think so.
Yeah, so.
Honestly, Devil's Play in Jake's hands. So I wouldn't mind the play of Devil's playing. Looks like he has no third land, so I wouldn't mind just killing the knight and then getting in for a bunch.
Okay.
That seems easy.
Oh yeah.
That seems easy. Just don't give him any decisions.
Get in for 6 and pass the turn back with lethal on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And especially if he has Brimstone Volley in hand. So if he hits in our land, he can actually just Brimstone Volley. Yep, there he goes. That is the play I would make. And so if he has a third land, he can just Brimstone Volley for lethal too, as well. So there's Alex finds himself at 6. Alex is going to need to see something pretty nice. Like, does he have Bonfire in his list anywhere?
No.
Okay.
Jake has it is
so
the event deck plus.
That's how you get back in the game.
What was it?
Hellrider.
Oh yeah.
That's a good draw.
Yeah.
And here he comes, big devil himself.
That's 10 points of damage. He dies to the backswing.
So I think you play the Hellrider and attack with the Cacklers,
right?
And then hope that's enough. And then So that's gonna be 6, taking Jake to 6 also.
Yep.
And now, so you just hope you can survive with the Hellrider.
So,
is it even possible to not die here?
Well, he would have to 3, 4. No, because he just pumps
the Stone Right.
So he's Stone Right or the Ashdale.
So he's just dead here.
He's just dead here. Yeah.
And then another land makes this a foregone conclusion, but it's another spoiler. Oh, that does it too. Okay, Searing Spear clears it away. So yeah.
And both of these decks did exactly what they're supposed to do. Make your opponent have less than 4 life by turn 4.
Yeah, these decks can put a lot of pressure. These decks can put a lot of pressure really quickly. So you think, like Centaur Healers and Thragtusks are ridiculous, and they are.
Yeah.
But that's what you need to beat decks like this.
Right.
Because they can put so much pressure on you so quickly.
And I'd also like to note that Jake only had 2 lands and still won that game on turn 4. Turn 5.
Yeah, only 2 lands.
2 lands.
And he could have done still all these burn spells.
Yeah.
If I would have hit 3 land, you'd be even more dead.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I'm sure he was comfortable, okay with winning the event or winning the game there.
Did Alex win the die roll? I don't remember. Did he? But anyway, in this matchup, especially with the Unleash mechanic, going first is a huge advantage.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So this puts the ball firmly in Alex's court right now because he's on the play. Gives him a pretty big advantage.
So I think here.
Okay. So it looks like he was on the draw that. So
I think here, if I was Jake, I would bring the Duresses in on the draw.
Okay. Does Jake have Duresses in the board and sideboard?
Yes, he does. He has 3.
Okay. So you can use those to pick off some of the burn spells. So your blocks, your blocks will be good.
Mainly you want to be getting Sphere and Brimstone Volley because those are the cards that provide reach in the spell form for Alex.
Likewise, if you're Alex, how do you feel about bringing back the Guild Mages here?
Yeah,
and getting rid of the Hellkite and some other things that are more expensive.
He only has a 1 of Hellkite, I think.
Right.
I like having that. That's a total game changer.
Well, Guild Mages are better if you're on the play and turning things.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. So yeah, if you had, I would bring the Guild Mages back on the play. I think I would still keep the Hellkite, but trim down somewhere else.
Can you imagine how much fun this match would be if they were both playing matches with multiple Oblivion Rings and Detention Spheres with the same color sleeves? Anyway, Alex is on the play here. I see a fairly land-heavy hand. Brimstone Volley. I can't see the rest of it. But both players keep their starting 7 here. I see a Hellrider on Alex's side. On Jake's, I see a couple land and looks like a Cackler.
Oh, that's a Stone Right.
All right, he's got the right stuff.
Yeah, that's another Hellrider for Alex.
That's 2 Hellriders, a Steering Spear, a Pillar of Flame. So it looks like he's just going to wait for the Hellriders to get online.
Yeah, he has the early removal for the little
Just hit 4 mana and ride them to victory.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you have to do. Hell Riders in multiple are just really hard to deal with.
Does Alex have the 3rd land there?
I don't think so.
He does not.
Oh, wow,
so he misses
the
them.
turn.
So he can buy time with the Searing Spears, though.
Yeah.
He can pillar here if he wants to. Now, he doesn't pillar because... Oh, that's rough. He doesn't pillar there just because... or he likes to wait a little bit.
Sphere, yeah. He holds the Sphere. He probably wants to be hitting opposing Hell Riders if he had them, or Hellhole Flailers.
Yeah, correct. So now, Jake's at the 4... And he doesn't have any black mana, of note. It's all mountains.
Yeah.
So that might be a little constraining.
So Jake passes back.
So he can't play like any flailers in his hand. He has a flailer in his hand, I see.
So here's the concern for you if you're Jake at this point. You know every card in Alex's hand is gas.
Right, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's so every time he draws a card, you have to fear that it's a land, and he's going to be able to play the spells that are in his hand.
Yeah, and by the way, Misery Mortis picks off the edge solid. So everything in his hand right now, and we can see it too, is very good. So it's just a matter of time before this happens. Hits number 3, there's the flailer.
Yeah, and then just another land off the top is it's going to be backbreaking to have to deal with.
There's a flailer that he can't cast. He's got Knight of Infamy and Rick's Mighty Guild Mages in his hand. Ouch. Yeah. So I'm okay with waiting here a little bit. Then there's no 4th land for it, but an Ash Zealot.
Another Ash Zealot. But I mean that gets him for 6.
So he's got 2 Brimstone Volleys in his hand, so we can pick off
one of those.
So he can pick off the first one. But Jake's ice skating uphill.
Yeah, he's having to expand this ammo to deal with. I mean, they're reasonable threats like Hellhole Flailer, but it's there you go.
Found it.
But you're just going to be facing down these Hell Riders eventually, and it's going to be hard to deal with. Especially if your resources have already been expended.
So thinking about what it's going to do here, though. Maybe you can play Rick's Mighty Guild Mage and keep Brimstone Volley up.
Yeah. I like that. Especially if he hits his 4th land drop for Hell Rider, you want to kill that. And of course it isn't, but it is a pillar.
Yeah, that's...
Yep. He's attacking.
You might say that the burn spell that Alex is casting here is a pillar of the standard format.
It is a pillar. It kind of fell off for a little bit, but they're bringing it back. Like when the format was still young, everybody was on the
red black zombies.
Yeah, so like you had to deal with Gravecrawler and Messengers, and everybody was packing pillars.
And it's frustrating because sometimes Pillar of Flame is really bad. It's either really good or really bad. Yeah. Like against the flash decks, it's really bad. Against the control decks, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And the reason is because it doesn't kill anything and they gain like 40 life.
Yeah. It's a really bad shock.
Yeah, it can't kill Aggro Bolus, it can't kill Restoration Angel. Even 2 of them can, I guess. You can use 2 of them to kill a Thragtusk, which is
bad because they'll just flash in an angel and bounce it.
Yeah, it's not what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
But in this matchup, it's very good, especially killing Geralt's Messenger, and Searing Spear takes care of that one.
One of the unleashed creatures. Still no land for Alex, but he has been drawing cards he can play, so that's keeping him in the game and ahead actually.
Yeah, he'll be dangerous once he hits that. He's got another Searing Spear there too.
Oh wow!
And there's another land for Jake. Not what you want to be seeing here.
No.
He's got Knight of Infamy, Hellhole Flailer, Blood Crypt, and Brimstone Volley. So the question is, you can play 2 black spells if you want to, but that means your Blood Crypt's got to come and play untapped.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever the right call at this point in the game.
Okay, so there's... And the problem with Knight of Infamy here is you have no good blocks. Because you won't trade the Ash Zealot, and you can't block that. You can't block Noble.
Yeah.
So that's pretty frustrating.
I think he determined he wasn't going to be playing the Knight of Infamy.
One option you could do is play the Knight of Infamy and then just keep back Brimstone Volley. I think he has a volley still.
Yeah. He could have done that. I wish he would have played the Knight of Infamy first to get in that extra point of damage.
If that's the line he's going to take, yeah. That's true, he missed a point. If that's what he likes to do.
Right.
And that looks like, that looks like it's it.
And then put the Blood Crypt untapped.
Yeah. And so it looks like he has 2 cards. So he doesn't. He might have. I can't tell if the 3rd card's a volley or not. I do see that it's a flailer. So probably is, because otherwise he would have just played the Hellhole Flailer there.
Right.
The flailer can block much better.
So.
Oh, Volcanic Strength.
Yeah.
Well, he can get he can brimstone volley whatever he tries to volcanic strength. So right now is not the time to be using volcanic strength.
And he correctly doesn't play it.
Yeah.
And just bashes him for 3.
Very, very nice. Not getting too hasty there.
Yeah. He wants to keep up his removal, the Searing Spears.
Yeah, he's got Searing Spears. I think he might have a volley also. Jake's tanking a bit.
So he's thinking about volleying probably.
He probably has one burn spell, so he's got to know that there's a Hell Rider coming up. So the question is, do you just take the damage now, or do you wait for the Hell Rider coming up? That's a tough position to be in, and neither one's very good.
Yeah, these guys aren't really going to be doing anything. I think I would still wait for the Hell Rider. Like, you're on a 4-turn clock the way it is.
We know those are all spells, so some of those have to be burn spells.
Right.
Looks like he's opting to just volley the... Yeah, takes care of the Zealot, and he gains...
He takes 1.
Yep, so those are 11. So now we can just sit on all those removal spells.
Yeah, pick away his team until he hits Hell Rider. And...
Oh, now he goes for it. Waits for him to tap out. Very nice.
Yes, very nice. And now it's out of sphere and volley range.
And pillar.
Yeah.
So it's going to take 2 burn spells to kill that thing now. And that's good. That's going to take away his life pretty quick. Oh, look, there's a pillar of flame.
Mm.
Wow, Alex was spot on with this play here.
Yeah, that was very good play.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
There's a reason he top 16 that SCG event. That's good play.
Yeah.
So he just took the 4 hit. He feels comfortable being up there. Hellhole Flailer comes down. Now, do you sphere here at the end of turn to the head?
You can't. He only has 1 mana.
Oh, he does. Yeah, never mind.
So hopefully that help we hit that 4th land.
And Hell Rider?
You're due, right? Nope.
Yeah,
Character's Cackler. So now Alex has to think. What do we do? Well, I think the right play has to be searing or burning the. I think you Searing Spear the Flailer off the board and then play your Cackler. Leash probably.
Yeah, that's a good line of play.
So you want Leash so if he attacks with just one creature you can block, or you can trade with the Knight if he attacks with both.
Yeah.
And either line's very good. And I don't think you want to let Jake untap either, because you can throw the Flailer. So
right.
Looks like he's opting for. Oh yeah, it looks like he's opting for the same line here. Yep.
Yeah, sphere.
There goes the Flailer.
And then Cackler. There you go.
Unleash. Yep. That is the right play.
Oh, I think he's about to put a coin on it. He unleashes him.
Well, that's fine too.
Yeah.
It's not. I guess you're not. I guess with 14 life's a lot to work with in this situation.
He has him dead on board.
He's a Cackler and a Pillar.
So the Pillar is going to hit the Cackler, and then attack for 4. Putting him at 10.
The problem is any burns. Like probably Jake's just dead next turn.
Right. Yeah, he dies to any burn spells.
Yes, we know he has Falling in his hand already.
Yeah.
So and now conveniently the noble can only be killed by a brimstone volley with
Morbid trigger.
Right, morbid triggered brimstone volley at 5. So 5. It's very difficult to deal with. You can get it for 4 here, take him to 10, but it's going to be some way short of enough here. Yep, there he is. He's at 10.
Yep. Pillar. Oh, Cackler. Not unleashed, just leashed.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then he's probably going to pillar the other Cackler and pass.
I mean, you might just go ahead here, but that doesn't really help you.
No.
You are on life support, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 5. Yeah.
That noble's just going to kill Jake by itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just that's such a rough position to be in. Because he has the volley, he's passing, hoping to block the cackler, then get it with a morbid trigger. That's what you're hoping for.
That's...
Well, you can't block it.
Yeah.
That's right, sorry.
Yeah, it's also fairly good in the mirror match. Like, when you get the +2/+2 like that...
Oh, there's another Hell Rider. Right, that's fine. It doesn't matter. This is going to do it. Drops Jake to 2.
2.
And then the volley to finish it off. And there we go.
And good job by Alex.
And still had all these
3 Hell Riders. Yeah. No land. How far does he dig? There you go.
After winning the match, be sure to complain about how bad you run.
Yeah, right.
I do it all the time. No, I'm not. It's not a slight at Alex. I do it constantly too.
Yeah, but he did run. He really should have drew a land eventually.
So congratulations to Alex for taking that down with tight play.
Yep. Very good.